A pleasant morning to one and all present here. We are made for goodness. Welcome the challenges. Welcome to those who believe in the power of dreams and would like to explore their life. This is Vaishnavi and Lavanya from Triple First Year, and we have Senior Sarat from EC Third Year, who's a GATE aspirant. As per the students' request, this meeting is all about the GATE exam and also practice. Over to Lavanya.
Hello, this is Lavanya. We are glad to announce that our CIT alumni, Mr. S.L. Satyanarayanan, MTech in OECS Defense Institute of Advanced Technology in Pune, and Mr. Madali Yashwan, Tech VLSI Design in NIT Puducherry, who had cracked GATE 2020 with their excellent scores and made our college proud. Now, they will accompany us and guide this program.
I am Sarath from third year ECE. At first, they will be explaining us about their journey while cracking GATE exam, which is said to be one of the most toughest exam of all time. Today, they are going to share with us that their journey while preparation and the plan of study, way of study. So today we are going to get information from these toppers from for GATE exam.
Okay, myself Ashant, already they introed me, so I will tell again. Myself Ashant, I am doing my MTech in VLSI in NIT Puducherry. Then I am the alumni of 2017 to 2021 batch. Over to Satya.
Myself Satyanarayanan. I am doing MTech in Optical Communication in Defense Institute, Pune. I too belongs to 2017 to 2021 batch.
Yeah, I will give a brief introduction about what is meant by GATE and how the process. I mean, what are all the questions they will ask, how the marking system will be like that. Okay, actually, GATE is like graduate aptitude test for engineering. Okay, this exam is for 3 hours. Then there will be marks of 100 marks. 3 types of questions will be there: MCQ questions and MCQ, NAT, and MSQ questions. Okay, they will be considering 1 mark questions and 2 marks questions. The negative marking of this part is like MCQ questions having the negative, whereas NAT and MSQ questions will not having any negative marks. Actually, in NAT, numerical answer type questions, like they will be giving the filling the blanks. We need to type the answer. We need to solve the problem and we need to type the answer. Actually, that will be 3-point precision. Like you need to write exact answer up to 3 points. That's what 3-point precision is. Then there will be 1 mark questions and 2 marks questions, as I said. Then for negative marking, it is for 1 mark question, it is minus 0.33. If it is correct, you get 1 mark. If it is wrong, minus 0.33. For 2 marks question, it is +2 and minus 0.66. If it is correct, you will get additional 2 marks. If it is wrong, minus 0.66 marks. Then 3 hours, I said, right? The total subjects in, I am from EC, so I will explain about EC. Totally, there are 10 subjects in EC. In GATE examination, totally 10 subjects. First section is for general aptitude and mathematics. General aptitude, it is common for everyone. It is for 15 marks actually. Then technical thing. In technical, there will be 9 subjects, including engineering mathematics. Okay. If I want to name the subjects, I will tell you. First thing, network analysis, signals and systems, EMFT, then electromagnetic fields and theory, digital electronics, then analog circuits, communication systems, control system, then electronic devices and circuits. These are all the 10 subjects in EC stream. Now, Satya may explain his EEE stream.
Yeah, in EEE, most of the subjects coincide with EC and instrumentations also, like control systems, signals and systems, network theory, digital and analog electronics, microprocessor and microcontroller. These 5 subjects coincide with EEE, but our in EEE stream, major marks goes to electrical machines and power electronics. These are the main subjects which consume most of the marks. Like 25 marks will come from these subjects only, and then power systems is there.
Okay, now let's move on to the questions.
Yeah.
The first question is about what is your strategy for gate preparation?
Satya.
My strategy is learn the concepts. First, you have to learn the concepts, and not like study deep concepts, and then practice questions based on those concepts. The more you practice, the more you know how to crack questions, and you will get good marks.
Okay.
My strategy is like be consistency. I mean, if you are studying 1 day, 2 hours, let's continue that 2 hours every day. Then only you will get some good knowledge and good time to practice. Or else, if you are studying 1 hour, it is not worth for you. You may lose your habit to study. Actually, that's what. And then each and every individual having their own strengths and own weaknesses. Like in my aspect, I'm good at network analysis and digital electronics. Then I am a little bit weaker in EDC. So I will make the preference according to that. Like I need to go for digital electronics more preferentially. Like I am not going to lose any marks in digital electronics and network theory. That's what my aim is. If there is any questions, easy questions in EDC, I will attend, or else I will leave that. If there is I mean, in general in EDC they will give up to 10 marks. Okay? While going to that exam itself, I am going to write this 90 marks. I will prepare my mind to write 90 marks only. For 90 marks, how many marks you are getting? That's what. You are not going to do any mistakes in the strength what you are doing. I mean, what your subjects are. That's what my strategy is about.
Anna, is it necessary to write this exam for every student, Anna?
I am not saying it is necessary. In future, it will may, because many of the core industries and topmost institutes are asking this gate score, gate qualified students. Many not only PSUs, actually many product-based companies are asking this, because once you are graduated, you need to get some qualifying examination, right? That's what it is gate. You studied your BTech, I mean, you studied your graduation. You don't know what you studied, right? That's what this gate exam will define you what's your level is. So in future, it may compulsory for every student.
Yes, as you said about scores and cutoffs, is these scores and cutoff are standard for an year, or it will change?
Actually, this cutoffs. Yeah, carry on.
These cutoffs usually like lie around same point, but sometimes it may vary. So it may go to peak. Like cutoff will be some 50 to pass, and sometimes it may go down also. But for electrical, it usually consistently maintaining around 30. For during like in GATE 2021, it's around 32. I may tell you.
Anna, based on which parameters this cutoffs varies, Anna?
Actually, it is based on the number of students attending, the percentage of pass, I mean pass percentage, then the toughness of the paper. Actually, it totally depends on toughness of the paper. Like in some years you may get the easiest paper. Then if you are scoring some good marks, also your rank is very less. In some years your question paper is tough. Okay, at that time the cutoff will be the range of that only, but your rank will be very, very less. I mean, your rank will drop up to 15 to 20% easily if the question paper is tough. And one more thing is like in my aspect, if the paper is tough, your rank is good. You will get good rank.
Okay, moving on to the next question. To crack GATE, we need to follow some certain mandatory books to be followed. So from your point of view, which books will you suggest us for referring? Yes,
Nothing like book to follow in GATE. Yeah. There is nothing like booklet. You have to follow a book to go for a GATE. For GATE, you have to learn deep concepts. usually it won't come from book but from lectures, like lecture of this particular sir. It's all like that. And take every book and solve problems in it. That's what you want. If you are sticking with particular book, then you will know the problem solving techniques of that book only. It will be restricted to that book. So don't restrict to a book or standard books. And usually when they are taking for questions also, they won't go for standard questions, because they know you all studied for that. And how will you they give, like for competition, how will you go with the standard questions? It will be unique. So don't go for book for my personal suggestions, particular book.
Yeah, yes, he said actually correct. The questions which we are facing in GATE exam, it is not from book. The models may be from book, but it is a practical questions. I mean, the IIT professors will make that question as like we need to do a mistake there. Like that, they will prepare the questions actually. Okay, at that time, what if you are good in concepts, then only you can go for that actually. If your concept is not good, you may lose your, I mean, you may do a silly mistakes. That's what the point of IIT professor. He will make the question to do a mistake, to make the student do mistake that point. We need to avoid that actually. This will comes under the practice of this various books. Like while you are preparing, you may go for actually Scrum series books are there. It is like concepts plus additional problems. Okay, there is a specific book for specific subjects are there, but impact with video lectures. That's why most of the people don't go for books, rather than they will go for video lectures. Like one concept, if you want to study, it will take up to 30 minutes to 40 minutes itself, including the problems. If you want to study same thing in book, it will take more time actually. You may don't understand at that time. You may feel difficult to understand the wording that they are using. That's what. Rather than books, they will go for video lectures actually. Okay. After that, after preparing, just go for PYQ, previous year solved questions actually. There will be books under the previous year solved questions. At that time, you may go for some books like Gate Academy books, and different academy books are there actually, previous year questions books. This previous year question book is like, they will give the proper idea that you need to approach the question like this if they practically give the problem. That's
so we'll have only model questions, so we don't have any standard material. Okay.
Each and every year they will frame new questions. Okay. Actually, it is not like they are framing. They will be doing some research, right? IIT professors and these things will be IIT professors are doing some research and they will be doing some projects. Okay. During that, they will face some good circuits. They will put that circuits in this GATE examination. They will know whether we are capable to go there or not, and they need to check that. Their vision is like they need to check whether they are eligible as a graduate or not.
What should be the mindset of a aspirant while he decided to take the test?
Satya?
Thoughts of mindset, I am not getting any idea now actually. You should be so determined you should make your mind like there is no other to go, so that you eventually prepare for GATE very more. It is not related to GATE also, I am saying. In future you have to do something, right? you can't simply sit in your house. So at least for that sake you have to prepare for GATE. Like that you made your mind, you will eventually prepare for that.
Anna, what is your mindset when you are preparing for GATE now?
My mindset? Yeah, the same. I don't have jobs to go, and I prepared because it is a competitive exam, and I already failed in one competitive exam, so that made me like you should have go for this also. You didn't appear in the field, so
you shouldn't have plan B, right?
Yeah, I don't have any plan B, and all of my Friends also know I don't have any plan B. This is my only plan.
Ashwantana, your point of view?
Like in my point of view, most of the students may return your NIT, I mean JEE mains and JEE advanced, right? At that time you may miss. Like I feel I missed that opportunity. There is one more opportunity that I can go for NIT and IIT, the prestigious colleges in our country, not only in our country, in world it is like this. Okay, you may lose your chance at 12th. I mean, you were not good at like you don't have some good maturity at that time, but there is another opportunity to go to NITs and IITs. That is what a GATE is for. So I prepared for GATE. Actually, I was planning to go for core industry. I am not interested to go for in IT industry. So for core industry, they required MTech actually. If you are planning to go for core industries in ECE, MTech is compulsory. I'm not saying it is compulsory. If you are having that good knowledge in, I mean, if you are doing the coursework in some domain, you may have good knowledge actually. That's why most of the people come for MTech while they are going for core companies. Like I am doing VLSA, right? So VLSA is purely for chip manufacturing, these things. If you don't know, in BTech, you may not study this chip manufacturing. What is the procedure? What is the timing analysis? You may not study in BTech. The core industry, like they will ask this particular domain. So at that time, you need to come for MTech. That is compulsory.
One of the most important needed question is what is the right time to prepare for GATE exam now? From first semester onwards, we should start preparing for GATE, or else at last 8 months we can start preparing. What we can do from your experience, you can share. Go on with Satya.
Okay. I'm saying this specifically for EEE. I don't know about AC and C. In EEE, usually you will get subjects of GATE at end of third semester. At least you got the basic, like circuit theory will be at the end of third semester. So at the end of third semester, it is a good time to start. And from last year also, they allowed third years also write the GATE exam. So after end of third semester, it is a good time to start for GATE. Circuit theory is forming the base for all the other things in both EC and EEE also.
Yashwantana, from your point of view.
Like in my aspect, it is based on your rank you are expecting. I mean, you are aiming for one rank, right? Like at the end of the exam, you may think I need to go for MTech. I am aiming for PSU. I am aiming for some good institutes. I mean, prestigious institutes like ISRO and BAR. Based on that, at that time of preparation itself, you need to have that visualization actually. See, if you are planning for PSUs and this, you may get rank under 600 or 1000. You may take around 1000. Okay. If you are planning for 1000 rank, under the 1000 rank, it is not that much easy to get in 1 year. Okay. Like if you take a rough idea, one subject will take 1 month to prepare for self-preparation people. 1 month easily it will take to prepare each and every topic in GATE for one subject, excluding the numericals. Okay. So if you take the 10 subjects, it will take around 10 months. Fine. For that, next you need to revise that, right? You need to, for revising, you may get, you need some other 3 months. Then you need to practice that. I mean, like test series, you need to go for that, right? So for that, you may consider like 2 to 3 months. So if you take a rough idea itself, you will be getting around 1.2 to 1.3 years. If you are planning for less than 1000 rank, it is best to start at the course level itself. Like in second sem for EC, you may study that circuit analysis and EDC subject. Okay. There are various open source are available. Like if you take NPTEL is the open sourse that each and every student will prefer, because the questions who are preparing, they are teaching you subject, so they will be having some good idea how to solve that and how to go for these things. So NPTEL is the best course actually. If you are going for any competitive exam, or if you are going for theoretical exam, NPTEL is the best source. But you need to have the patience to listen all the it may take one lecture is 1 hour, okay, 1 to 1.5 hours. So you need to have that patience to listen. That's what. Like if you are planning for less than 1,000, go for second semester itself. Coursework you are doing, right? Coursework is nothing but academic work. At that time itself, do NPTEL. Like when you are studying this circuit analysis and EDC, take the 2 NPTEL courses, EDC and circuit analysis. They will be giving the assignments and these things, right? At that time itself, you will know how to solve the problems. Okay, by that you may get good idea how to approach the problems instead of lagging the preparation to final year. You may have good idea before the final year stage. Okay, that's what my point of view is like.
Now, what is your understanding of core subject before you started for gate preparation and after your gate? Your understanding level of core subject now.
Satya?
Okay, I will tell this issue openly. Usually in our college, they will teach based on a question-oriented way only. Like this question is repeated, so we will get that question. We will get good marks in university exams. But those questions are only small part of that subjects. When you are learning in college, you will use to that questions and that concepts. But when you when for gate preparation, you will get explore a lot of things which are very interesting things. You can say, oh, this much and all in the subject is there. So you will get a good understanding, like a very good understanding, and it will build a very deep interest in that subject also. Like particularly for me, electrical machines, I understood there is a lot of things in that. Like before starting, you will know just it is a subject. After that, it will be like interesting topic. You can more say like your own field. Like you will get knowledge like your own field.
Okay,
Lavanya, you may go with questions.
yeah. So we have conducted a poll right now. So students are getting GATE, especially for PG courses in IITs and NITs. Could you please explain about the PSU importance and any other chance behind these, like government jobs and PGs in IIT? Is there any chances to go abroad for higher studies? Will this GATE is valid to that point too?
Yeah, actually, the GATE score is allowed in some countries.
Actually, I think,
countries. Like if you take,
but not everywhere.
That's what. In some specific universities, they will allow us to go for GATE through GATE. Actually, like if you have GATE score, they will give scholarship. Actually, see, if you are doing masters in abroad, like Singapore, let us take Singapore, around 17 to 18 lakhs for coursework. Okay, if you are going through a GATE, you may get the scholarship up to 7 lakhs. You will end up with 8 to 9 lakhs. The coursework, what I am saying actually, like if you say NUS, Nang University of Singapore is there, that will take through a GATE. Then NTU, National University of Singapore, that will also take in. TUM, Technical University of Munich. These are all the colleges which they are taking the people through a GATE.
About PSUs, no?
PSUs, like you may have the vision, right? After this graduation, I need to go for private industry, or else I need to go for government industry. Okay, if you are planning to go for government industry, government oriented graduated industry, PSUs is the only option you need to go. Okay, PSUs is like they will ask you less than 1000 rank. Then after that, they will have some separate interview about that. Then they will select the based on our knowledge and these things. If I give a rough idea how they will pay scale is about like 10 LPA, around 10 LPA, HPCL, IOCL, like this PSUs are there. Okay. In government industry, if you are getting 10 LPA, it is not a joke actually. Starting with.
So another question is will you suggest that is PG course is better than PSUs after GATE, or else what did you PG courses after
No.
placing in industries, right?
Actually,
See, that's what
it's
I already
not
answered,
based
right?
on our personal suggestion.
You could explain that which is better. That's quite enough.
No, it is purely on our mindset
Okay.
actually.
It's
See,
based
my-
on
Okay, I
the
will explain this in a very clear manner. Very clear manner. It's all about your basic, your what you need, like not our suggestions and all. Which one is better? Sometimes your family situations will be need of money, so you will have to go to job. There you have to choose PSUs or MTech, and sometimes you are very passionate about research, like you have to do research in particular field. For those people, MTech is the best option, and there are some people like who have to get to government jobs. For those also, PSU jobs is a good option. It's not like you can compare both and say which one is better.
Okay. One more situational question. What is the strategy that you applied while answering a question in your examination hall? Your experience, you can share with us. Okay, we will go on with Yashwant Anna. You can share your experience.
See, like in my aspect, my mindset is like I don't want to lose any marks in my strength and subjects. Actually, it is based on your day. Sometimes you may get toughest questions at the subject which you like. You may get easiest questions at the subject which you are weak. Okay, the thing is like your mindset. Actually, like if you're writing the examination, if you are doing one problem, you are not getting, you leave that. That's what. Move on to next problem. Next, move on to next problem. You may not stuck at one point. If you are stuck at one point, if you disappoint at that time, you may lose your marks. You may not remember the things which you studied. I mean, which you are
Not
good
only
at.
marks, your hopes also you will lose.
So we have separate part like MCQs, numericals, right? So which one you will suggest to answer first, so that you can score easy?
Like when I was answering, I will go for 1 mark question first. Like I will do 1 mark question first. Go with aptitude. From aptitude, I will start. Actually, if you are planning to go for NITs, like if you want to qualify good marks with, if you want to qualify good marks, then the rank deciding subject is aptitude and maths. They both combined itself 28 marks. Okay. It is about qualifying marks, more than a qualifying marks actually. If you are studying 2 subjects itself, you may get qualified. That's what. It is the rank I mean, based on aptitude and maths, your rank will be decided. If you are planning to go for 100 rank, the toughest subject which they are planning to do, I mean, IIT professor having the vision, right? This is the toughest question which I am going to create now. That toughest question will determine your rank.
Okay. Satya, now you can share your experience.
My experience, like you are attending the questions. Usually, like don't go for particular subject or don't go. Start with order only. What they are given, like 1, 2, 3. Start order. One doubting yourself, I can solve this. I may not solve this in time. Then suddenly skip that question. But you get like a little hope. I will solve the question. So you will try and you won't end up in correct answer. At least you got some answer after some time. But that time consumption itself like give you some pressure on the exam. So once you are in doubt, just mark that question for you and go for next. First solve like easy questions. Go through all the questions and solve. In a more clear way, first read all the questions, not like try to answer. First read all the questions. While reading itself, you will get answers of some 15 to 20 questions hardly. While reading itself, it will be a question. Then you know all the questions. What are all the things there? Then come to again start from first. Then try to solve. Like a numerical questions will be there, and the questions which these are this one will be enough. So try to solve those questions. You will get. And you are in doubt of. You are in like. You got some, you can say, not like a doubt. Your instincts, no. Your instincts itself tell it is not correct. Then leave that question. Don't answer it.
So this is a right time to ask a question. Can you explain us about the effective marking and time management also?
Yeah. For each question, for 1 mark questions, minus 0.33 is a negative mark, and for 2 mark questions, 0.66 is a negative mark. And a numerical, he said 3 types of question: multiple choice, multiple select questions, and numerical answer type. Multiple choice question is like choose the best answer, not the choose the best, choose the correct answer. You will have negative mark for that questions only. And multiple select questions have 2 answers. Like you can select both answers. You will get a full mark. If you are partially correct, then that also not considered as a correct question, and you don't have negative mark for these questions also. And numerical answer type, you don't have negative mark questions.
And now validity of gate score, how many years?
Usually validity of gate score is 3, but for PSUs and for companies, it won't valid for 3 years. Like it valid for 1 year only. For if you are going to MTech only, it will valid for 3 years.
Next, if you are going for PhD, then it is valid for 5 years.
Okay.
Like
how many attempts are now?
At max 6 attempts.
There is a number of attempts you can attempt gap years. No, it's not.
Is there any age limit?
No.
No. Even professors of 70 years also attending gate, man.
Yeah.
Now what are you
like they are testing their own knowledge.
IES, no? While preparing
IES,
gate,
IES is more related.
And while preparing gate, we can parallelly prepare to IES also.
Yes. Like the syllabus what you are preparing for gate, it will further useful for IES, like IES or ESC. Then going for BARC, then going for like ISRO will be conducting their own test, BARC will be conducting their own test. Then you are, if you are going for a state test, then TANSET. The preparation that you are preparing for gate, right? That concept is enough to go for any exam, any competitive exam that related to core, you can go for.
And
the main to understand the concept, not studying or studying or muck up. You have to understand the deep concepts. Then it will be common for every exams.
How much syllabus it will match up for gate and IES? No? 50%.
No. It will take up to 90% actually. I think 1 or 2 subjects may vary. Everything is
not like
same.
Subjects.
Concepts.
Yeah, some concepts will be extra, some concepts will be won't be. For IES, it's more of how you present the paper. Gate is a objective type, and IES exam is a how you are presenting your concept, understanding of concept to them. That's what matter in IES.
Okay, now other question is, as you are prepared, by what mentor you have prepared? Do our college have any mentors or specific coachings? If not, share about online courses.
See,
our college itself have Elmaran sir. For me, like he was with me from starting itself. From second year, when I entered into Raman, he was with me. He is still with me also. He constantly pushed me. Like when I am also feeling down, he constantly pushed me. Mm, yeah,
Same for me
I
also.
can express
Elin
it.
Maran sir and Dhanagopal sir actually. Elin Maran sir is a motivator that when you are in deep downs, he will motivate you people. That's what main role of mentor is. That's what importance of mentor. You may down at some day. You may not expect some like in test series you may get some low score like that it will be happen like why this thing I am preparing for these many hours every day I am preparing but I'm not getting a sufficient score in that. At that time the mentors will motivate you and think that's what importance of mentor is.
Now you are saying that it is must to have a mentor while you're preparing for GATE.
No, if you are self motivated then you don't
Definitely.
need to go for mentor.
Anna, there is a saying that
I think
discipline takes you to the place
self
where
motivation is
motivation
not
can't.
enough.
Anna,
Tell me.
there is a saying
What?
that discipline takes you to the place where motivation can't.
Yeah, actually
Anna,
that
in which factor helped you the most, discipline or motivation?
see, in my aspect, both are equal. Actually, if you have the discipline, then only it will help you to reach the end. If there is no motivation, you can't go for it. You can't be a disciplinary.
Anna,
See,
we can't keep motivation for so many long months
that's
or
what.
years.
There, the mentor will take. I mean, mentor is the guy who will motivate you at the low times of you.
Okay, Anna.
Okay, if you are first itself, I said right, your consistency makes you good. I mean, the goal is for the consistency what you are maintaining in the preparation. The result is not in our hands actually. The preparation is in our hands. If you are giving your 100% effort, the thing is when you are getting out of that examination hall, you need to have the self motivation. I mean, self satisfaction that I had prepared this many years. I mean, these many days I had prepared. I have self satisfied which I was written in the examination. It is not about the result actually.
Give your best, leave the rest.
That's what.
Anna, Satya, Anna, what's your view on this? Motivation or discipline?
For me, both are. I never came across like what is discipline, why is discipline. So for me, also both are equal only.
Okay, Anna.
So,
Anna, what do you study to students to study in online coaching centers or self-study, Anna? What do you suggest?
See, it's.
I personally prefer. Yeah, you go.
See, it's based on the individual actually. See, if you are consistent and you are motivated, then you no need to go for any coaching center. Like you have the great plan. Like I need to study
No.
this time with this subjects. Then I need to go for next subject. Then I need to go for next subject. Then I need to go for problem solving. If you have the plan, vision, if you have the vision, automatically you can go for self study.
Anna, I'm sorry for interrupting. I'm asking this question as an average student.
If you're an average student, then you may go for a coaching center. It is best because there is a set of people who will guide you actually. See, you may feel some subject low, you may feel some subject high. At that time, they will help you to boost subjects. Like if you consider like online class versus offline class, you may not have full concentration on online class, but in offline class you will sit there. At least you will sit there. That's what the online coaching center, coaching center will make you to sit there. If you sit there, automatically you will study.
For aspiring GATE candidates, your advice.
See, I didn't ask the Satyanarayana aspect.
Okay. Anna,
For
what's your
me,
view on coaching
I
center
prefer-
and self-study?
I prefer coaching centers mostly, because even if you are like self-motivated, you will study, but you will get your own point of view only. Every time you are studying, you will get that only, and sometimes only it may vary. But when you go to coaching centers, there the professor itself will give you the different points of view, and apart from that, you will gain new friends who are same as motivated as you and who came there. While mingling with them, you will get more of the knowledge. And the one of the biggest thing in gate preparation is you should have a good friend. For me, Jaganesh is there. We both discussed, and we both discussed our doubts, everything we discussed. That if you go to coaching center, you will get a good set of new friends who are motivated like you to go to gate. So that will be more helpful.
Yeah, in coaching center, the competitive
excluding-
environment will be there.
Okay, Anna. And excluding getting into the IITs, NITs, and India's renowned colleges and PSUs, are there any other benefits of cracking GATE, Anna?
Other benefits is like what you're asking.
Apart
Excluding IITs, NITs,
in
and
some
PSUs.
Like, and we
okay,
can
in some private companies also they prefer gate. Like L&T also they prefer gate for they prefer gate while intaking.
Yeah,
Some private companies, I don't know what are the
product-based companies will prefer the gate actually. While filtration itself, they will filter the students who qualified the gate. Then they will go for next rounds, further rounds.
What is your advice to an aspiring GATE candidates?
Satya.
That's what this whole video is about. That's what this whole video is about, no? We are giving whatever we
use your opportunity.
particular advice means
In my aspect, there is an opportunity to write a gate in third year, but many of the people are not willing to write in third year actually. See, I already said, right, even two subjects is enough to write the gate. 28 marks is enough to write the gate. But that too many are having the fear to write the gate in third year. Try to explore the level. I mean, whether you are applying your concepts correctly or not, you may know when you are writing a gate. See, one time you had written the gate, you may know what are the mistakes I am doing in the examination hall. Next time you are going for final year, right? At that time, you may come across these are the mistakes I had done earlier. I need to rectify this. This is the benefit of writing the gate in third year itself. See, some of the people may take like gap between after BTech and go for 1 year coaching center or 2 year coaching center. They'll go for gate because before the 2020 there is only one attempt to go. I mean, only final year is allowed. But from 2021. From third year itself, you can write the gate actually. It is very, very helpful. But most of the people is not utilizing this opportunity. I prefer everyone to utilize this opportunity for third years. At least they will have the exposure. How it will be, then you may write, I mean, what are the mistakes you are doing? These things will help you to go for in final year.
Anna,
And we have a
you are in
question
your-
from Vidya. How would you handle peer pressure?
Okay.
actually for me, I am not like a handle pressure. I actually put pressure on myself. Like when I see everyone, I say I am going to write gate. I will get pass. So they will have some expectation on me. While I am feeling down, that expectation itself will kill. Like they are expecting you to be some grade. You have to do it at least for them. While feeling down, it will take. I actually opposite of the handling pressure, building my own pressure.
Actually, in my aspect, it is not like that. It is an opportunity to go for gate because I was placed in some core company. So I have an offer letter in my hand. So there is no need to pressurize myself before going to gate. But one thing I have in mind is I need to give my 100% to go for gate. That's what I was preparing. I was prepared and I was written. That's what.
The other
Anna,
question
you
is about
stayed.
how many times did you spend studying apart from college? How much time you spent for studying preparing your gate exams?
Anna, what is used to be daily routine, Anna? Because you stayed in your home while preparing, right?
In our aspect, in our batch, the lockdown is the golden opportunity that we get actually. We used our lockdown efficiently. We started preparing. I started preparing myself at last year itself. So there is no time for me to prepare. There is no correct time to prepare. So I push myself and I will go for up to 10 hours, 12 hours sometimes. It will take, if the subject is lengthier, it will take 12 hours. Like that, it will, if you are preparing consistently from first year or the second sem itself, you will not to have, in final year, you will not have to extra amount of pressure on you. Already you studied, then you just need to revise it. That's what. But in my aspect, I started preparing gate in 1 year. In final year only I started preparing gate. So I need to push myself to complete the subjects actually.
Okay, now we have to manage both academics as usual, gate preparation, right? So
Yeah.
as for that, low CGPA with gate score is good, or is good CGPA is good now?
CGPA does not matter. If you have gate score, you have 6 CGPA, does not matter. If you have 9 CGPA and you don't have good, gate score, it is worse. This is not what. See, at industry level, you are going to apply your conceptual things in practical actually. So if you have good score, good CGPA, it is not like practical things. It is like mug up and writing the things in examination. See, that's what. In gate, you can't mug up and write the things. You need to apply your knowledge on the paper and need to solve the problem. Problematic skills need to be there. That is the main thing. Industry experts also expect from you.
Now, how to avoid distractions like mobile phone addiction, series?
See, once you started loving your concepts, in my aspect, electronics, right? If you know the beauty of electronics, automatically you will spend more time on that.
As I already told, if you start learning, you understand the deep concepts, that will be your own field. Yeah. Instead of field, you can say that is your own playground. You will love that.
You have to love what you do.
Yeah.
Question from Ellen
pressurized. At the time when you are loving the subject, you will not take your head to pressurize. Once you are going through in a flow, you end up with some good amount of knowledge at the end of the day.
Question from Ellen Maran now, that is asking that will Nptel will impact our gate scores?
No, that's what I'm saying, right? The
Definitely,
open source, which
actually.
is the best, is Nptel. Nptel is the...
And more like, one more tip I am suggesting. You know which IIT is going to conduct gate for no, like this time IIT Kharagpur. So search for the courses which are related to your subject, taken by IIT Kharagpur professors. Those questions, and they will give the questions which they only going to frame the questions also for gate, and they only going to take NPTEL lectures also. So those NPTEL questions will have the same approach as their questions in gate.
Like, if normal layman terms, if you want to say, you are preparing for gate. You are the professor to set your paper. Okay. You are the teacher who teaches at a course. Okay. Then you have the idea that what I thought will be the thing in the paper, right? That's what main aspect. If you are teaching some subject, the way that you teach will reflect in your way that you are preparing your paper, question paper. That is the reason why we prefer NPTEL with respect to IITs or NPTEL is a best online source, I mean best free course you may get actually. That's what I'm telling. At the course work itself, you take that NPTEL course also. Then you may end up with good knowledge when you start your preparing for GATE. Exclusively for GATE, if you are preparing, at that time it will help you a lot. I mean, it will reduce the time that you need to prepare in final year.
Now, how many hours should an average student has to study if he wants to crack a GATE?
It is not about I mean, this many hours you need to study. It is all about your concentration. Someday you have good concentration. At that time, I mean, if you are studying 1 hour, you are effectively, I mean, 1 hour you are studying, but effectively you are studying, then it is enough. It is not basically...
That 1 hour will be around 10 hours like study. If you are concentrating...
If you are not concentrating...
And sometimes you may...
I do schedule like 2 hours I need to study. Then I don't have any like mind to study on that day. Then because of schedule, I go and sit there and study for 2 hours. Then what is the use of the 2 hours? You are wasting your 2 hours. That's what.
Now, how to fight inferiority complex? That somebody is studying more than me and I'm lacking somewhere.
No. It is not like... you may have confidence on you, right? Like if you compare with Satya with me, he may have only one idea that he need to go for GATE. I have parallel ideas that like GATE is an opportunity. Then I may vary with my time with him. That's what, right? I may study 2 hours. I may study 3 hours. He may study 10 hours. It is all depends on the individual actually.
Anna, you preferred coaching centers for average students. Which coaching center is best on your point?
In my point of view,
I won't say anything. Go and search for yourself. I am saying like only. It's not like we are suggesting. Go and search for yourself. Actually, for me, I went to T Nagar randomly to search for. It's my own experience. I didn't know which coaching center is best, which one is worst. I never heard about coaching centers. I went to T Nagar, searched for one Saturday and Sunday. Like went to every coaching centers there and get what are the fee structure, how are all teaching, how will be the course, how much time it will take. Like that only I found out the coaching center. Like if I am suggesting that to you, that won't be good, I think so. If you are going on searching by yourself, that will be best for you.
Yeah.
Okay, now how did you convert theoretical knowledge to application-oriented knowledge from your point of view?
Problem solving. If you are solving more problems, you may came up with different ideas. Like your professor will say, this is the procedure you need to follow for this problem. Then when you are going for different types of problems, you may have some different approach, but the concept is same, but different approach. It's like solving the problems regularly.
By practicing, that's what practicing. By solving problems, you will get how they approach, and eventually you will end up like approaching by yourself differently.
Initial stage of a preparation, it is not time dependent actually. When you are solving the problem, when you are you are studying the course, okay, at that time when you are solving the problems, it is not time dependent actually. You need to solve the problem and end up with the answer. That's what your wish is. Then when you came after all the coursework, then at the end of the coaching, at the end of your coursework, it is time dependent actually. You need to solve this question between this time. You need to, that's what practicing makes man perfect. When you are solving the more and more problems, it will like precision and accuracy came into the picture at that time.
Now, give some tips for those who are appearing for GATE 2022. Cheat codes.
Cheat codes.
Cheat codes.
It is not like cheat codes.
Hereafter, I think you can't be able to practice much. Okay.
Last week.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Any suggestions
Okay.
to the future aspirants from your side?
So those who are writing GATE 2022 is there, right? You may study some subjects. You may leave some subjects. Okay. Just leave the subjects which you are not studied or which you are not strong at. I mean, which you are left that subject. Go with the subjects which you are confident about it. Then when you are entering into the hall, you need to have the idea that these are all the subjects I left it. I mean, these are the subjects I'm not sure about. So give more preference to the subjects which you are learned already. Okay. Then after that, once you complete all the questions, then go for review. I mean, again, check that some questions you may feel tough at the first time. I mean, you need to have some flow to solve the problems. Okay. At first, you may not get the concept right into the brain. When you are going for solving the problems, you may get an idea. Okay. When you are trying to solve the problems one by one, if you are feeling that it is time taking, then put it as in review. Mark it as review. Okay. Like that, you do all your problems. At the end, go for review questions. Then one more thing is, my suggestion is like, if there is any MSQ questions, leave that. I mean, initially leave that. You will not take, don't take pressurized for this MSQ question, because in MSQ question is equal to the 4 single mark questions. 4 times you need to put your effort on that, because every option you need to check, right? At that time, it is equal to 4 marks questions, but ended up with only 2 marks. If you are not choosing one correct answer also, you may lose your marks. So try to cover more, I mean, not number of questions, like it is all about how you are going to attend the answers. That is what will end up with good score.
Thank you, Anna.
Yeah.
And my tip is, don't.
One second, Satya. One more thing. I want to suggest you that try to download the virtual gate calculator. Try to practice in that, because at the end of the day, you will not having. I mean, they will not allow you to take a calculator. They have some separate calculator on desktop itself. So if you have the practice over the calculator before itself, you may end up with fastly calculations. That's what.
Okay.
And those calculators are kind of different from normal computer calculators. It will be different.
So try to practice on that.
Hereafter, in this 1 week you are practicing, try to practice on that question. It's available in Play Store, Gate Calculator.
Yeah.
Maybe if I will share the link also. And one more tip, try to avoid negative marks in your question. Like if you are not sure, don't go for it. You should reduce your negative mark to very little. For me in GATE 2021, my negative mark is about 1.33. But that itself is a grade, which 1.33 means I got 1.33 negative mark. And 4 more mark which I didn't got, like which is 5.33. It will multiply. So
like,
try to avoid those.
You are going for
these 1.33 will take you from 1000 grades up.
1000 rank.
After finishing our
1000
GATE exam, what we should do, what procedure we should follow now?
Yeah, that's a good question.
After qualifying GATE,
Carry on, Satya.
Okay. After qualifying GATE, you may not know where to apply, where to get information, and how to search. Okay. For IITs, for IIT MTech admission, first there will be a portal called COAP portal. Okay, I will text here also. COAP portal. Search in Google for that. In that portal, every IITs will be there. But for IITs, you should not completely rely on this portal. This portal is just for counseling purpose only. For IITs, you have to apply for each and every IIT in their own website, MTech admission, and they will give you they will link directly to the COAP portal. So then during counseling only you will access this portal. That's all. And for every IIT you have to pay the admission fees every time you are in. It varies on different IITs. Some IITs will cost around 1,000. Some IITs will cost around just 200. It is like that. And don't go for every IITs. You know with your score which are all the IITs you will get and which are all the good options. So apply for those only. Otherwise, if you are applying for bigger entities, it will be more of a waste of money itself. But if you are willing to give, you can take. Next comes to NITs. NITs have a different portal called CCMT. That's also CMT portal. Here it is different from IITs. Here you don't have to apply for a NIT separately. Here every NIT will be there. You have to pay one admission fee, like application fees to CCMT only. Then you will counseling will happen in CCMT only. You will get your results.
One more last question.
Anything else? No. If I missed something, he will.
Sorry, I couldn't get.
Yeah, correct. That's what I also want to address.
We have one more last question. What do you intend to do after your post-graduation?
Myself, I am looking for before coming to this college, I was planning to go some core job only. But in my college, I already said it's under Ministry of Defense and a direct tie with DRDO. So I am planning to go to research side. And in my college, for exposure to research, it's very good.
In my aspect, I'm planning to go for core jobs. Then if I'm not getting, I will go for research. Right? There is a good opportunity in the side of research also. In India or outside of India also you may go.
Hope we have answered all the questions and clarified the doubts. We would have advised our aspirants too. So I think we are now to end up